Brandon, first question here. Congratulations on your win. I talked to you the other day. I said, half jokingly, you're going to start quicker this time. Was that the game plan to kind of match him punch for punch from the outset?
To be honest, the game plan tonight was just to neutralize him, show him that I am the more superior fighter, and I did it.
He's known as a high-volume puncher, and you beat him pretty much at his own game. How satisfying is that to you?
It's extremely satisfying being the age that I am. I was told, like I said, I ran with it. He called me an old man. I went out there and I fought him, and I fought him at his game. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to fight him at his game, show him that I do not cut any corners, and I train my butt off, and I was coming in there determined to win.
And obviously, last question, with a win over him, he's ranked very high, former interim world champion. Does that put you in line for something big at 154 pounds?
To be quite honest, man, I don't know. I believe it would. I believe it did. I'm just glad I was able to perform to my abilities. And there's much more that I can do. I'm much more capable of just what I was showing tonight. And I'm looking forward to doing that against whomever.
Congrats on the win. Phenomenal performance. First, I have to thank you for an absolute phone booth war. Was this the game plan going in, the look that you wanted, or it's one of those things where he kind of came at you that way and you said, I can do this, but better?
Yes and no. I knew that I could fight better on the inside than he could. But as the fight was progressing, I recognized and noticed what he was doing was a lot of similarities of the last fight. But tonight we wasn't slipping. So I knew if I could land punches on him, even from the first fight, that I would hurt him. I'm sure you can hear, from the most part, when I was hitting him the way that they sounded when I was landing. I knew eventually I was going to completely break him down and neutralize what he was going to be doing. So I knew that he was going to try his best to survive. And he was doing a lot of survival tactics and trying to still execute his game plan as well. So I took what he gave, and I just, as I was fighting him, I kept polishing it and just getting much better at neutralizing him and doing what I needed to do to get the victory.
Absolutely, love it. That's absolutely awesome. You mentioned the word survive. There was a few times when we saw him hurt, but I didn't really see if you were. Was there any time that that he might have got you a little bit? You do look banged up, but you were hurt at all?
No, most of the bang-ups came from a lot of headbutts. As he was punching, I was kind of moving and swaying. Today, like I said, I wanted to fight him in the center of the ring because I knew he wanted to press. And I wouldn't really let our fight leave from the center of the ring. No matter how hard he tried to push, I was just pushing back, show him a little bit of dominance because of the last fight. Like I said, he kept pushing me, and we were, slipping and sliding. So he looked at a lot more dominant and superior, and they were giving him rounds. So tonight, I was like, nah, none of that. So I showed forth, that it was none of that.
The smile on your face pretty much tells the story of how happy you were with your performance. It couldn't have gone any better other than, of course, getting that knockout finish. Talk to me about that last few seconds when you got the crowd into it, kind of like, this is my moment. We squashed this. I'm moving on from this dude. Or might there be y'all running it back again?
I don't think Bohachuk want to run it back again, not with me. The first time we fought, if there was ever a fluke, then that was the fluke. But tonight, I'm sure him, his team, the world knows that, ain't no fluke over here. And I appreciate Bohachuk's team for calling me for the rematch, because I know he's a fighter, but I didn't think that I was going to get it because he felt me hit him the first fight. So this time he got to feel me hit him, and as you can see, it neutralized him being the volume puncher he was, because, it don't feel good getting hit by nobody, especially by a puncher.
Congratulations on the win. Can't wait to see the next one, whether it's a 3-part series or you move on to bigger things. Well done tonight, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations, Adams. Yeah, you told you neutralized his attacks very, very well, and you fought fire with fire. But when did you know that you had him in the fight?
The,
Which point?
the last fight. The last fight when he and I were fighting, it was within the 3 rounds of the first time we fought. As I was laying my hands on him, I saw the way he would move. And I said to myself, back when I was younger, back from the first fight we fought, I said, he don't like when I hit him. Whether or not if it was a hook towards the head or the body shots. I've learned very young and early that he didn't like the body shots from the first fight. So all I did was just capitalize on just that this time. And I saw the way he would actually try his best to protect his body and would leave the crown of his head open. And this is a tactic that us fighters do. You know, we will protect our body and tuck our head for a punch and prepare ourselves from a punch to the head. And it still hurts because we're getting hit in the head. But we learn how to kind of protect ourselves from being hurt from head shots like that. And I saw he protected his body and gave his head. So in the midst of me wanting to touch his body a lot more, I had to make the adjustments to work the punches from the body to the head. So it was a great fight.
Yeah, I remember exactly the one punch that hurt him in the middle carpal, and he put the hands in the middle together. Yeah. Thank you.
Of course, thank you.
Brandon, congratulations on the win, mate. Really good. Dominant performance. First of all, Serhii was ranked #1. And do you think if you take that #1 ranking, you would like to fight for an interim or a world title next? Or what's your plans?
I'm not in here just to be #1 or #2. I want the gold. I want the titles. I want that pedigree. So I'm happy to hear he was #1. I didn't know that. I didn't want to know it because I didn't want that kind of pressure. It's the funniest thing ever is fighting in such a big stadium like this. And everybody was like, man, you've never done this at this magnitude. And I did it. I performed. I did a hell of a performance out there tonight. And fighting against one of the tip-top fighters of our division, this would be his prime. I did well. I haven't watched the fight yet, but I felt like I did good. I want to go back so I can critique the hell out of myself. But the sky's the limit. I'm going to talk to my team, see what's next for us.
It was one of the best fights I've seen in a long time. And also, Dana White has got 100K bonuses tonight, performance of the night, and fight of the night, all of that. Have you got a message for Dana after that performance?
Hey, listen, Kalen was talking about give him cows. I said, move, get that shit aside. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely like those bonuses. I don't know just yet because I critique myself pretty hard, but a lot of people said so far that was the best performance they've seen of the night. So far. So if that is the point of case, then I deserve that 100K. What were he giving, if you know, what were all the bonuses he was giving out for? Remind me, please.
What was that, sorry? I can't hear you.
The bonuses, they said he was giving out multiple bonuses, and I just want to be privy.
So I believe there's fight of the night and performance of the night. I think it's those two, 100K each for the undercard.
Maybe there's a possibility because I fought Bohachuk at the level that he is and the level that I was. Hopefully, I can get both those checks. That's all I'm saying.
Congratulations.
Brandon, congratulations. So I got locked in with your journey when you were fighting in OTX for your last couple fights. You got to the finals in OTX and it didn't go your way, but how did that whole experience prepare you for what you did tonight?
If you want me to be honest, it taught me a valuable lesson. One, there's no way of protecting your penis, respectfully. And two, don't expect for a referee, judges, nor a commissioner to have your back. So if you're going out here and you're going to go fight, if you're going out and you're going to go perform and it's for your life, then you have to fight like your life is on the line.
And my last question for you, I was in press row, there was a couple old timers up there and they said your performance kind of reminded them of Dwight Muhammad Qawi. Just going to your body work, how you fought so well on the inside and how you were able to be so comfortable in there with him, despite the uppercuts he was throwing earlier, how you were able to break his will later on.
My resilience. It was the time that I had off. It was all the time that I had off not fighting. All those years that when I wanted to fight, when I wanted to be in the ring and sharpen myself, you know, against the tops of that time, I had to battle myself, man. I had to fight with myself, and I was resilient because all the years that I've had off, I'll never be able to get those back. So now what I have to do is warp speed everything into a, you know, becoming better all the way around, inside out.
I appreciate you. Congratulations.
Of course, thank you.